Hey, sorry about that, guys. We're back. My fucking truck battery actually almost died there. I had to start up my car to get the alternator to get the get this some of back up and rolling. But we're back in this bitch anyway. So we're gonna do the continuation of the first video that I just uploaded a moment ago. We're gonna pick up exactly where we left, so y'all shouldn't have to miss anything, right? But anyways, previously, like I was saying, everyone out here is going to want to give you advice about whatever it is that you're into, regardless if it's something that they even have been a part of, have gained anything off of, anything like that. Like I said, everyone is going based off of what they have seen work for other individuals and the people that they have seen that have came before you who have been into similar things that look similar to whatever it is that you're into, right? So that's where everyone's advice is going to be placed at. So if you are a person who is not being very cautious about where you share your creative gifts and talents at and what you're into, you just be speaking on your business too much and shit like that, you're going to start getting a bunch of unwanted advice from these individuals if you are actually implementing the wisdom of what I've taught from this video or from the previous video up into this one. You get what I'm saying? If you're implementing all that shit, just be aware that you are going to get unwanted advice from a lot of individuals. Just understand that it's not your job or responsibility to act on it. That's why it's good for you to utilize the tools that I gave y'all in the previous video to be able to identify in y'all's own day-to-day life and circumstances who really fuck with you on that level and who don't, who actually believe what you got going on is something that could actually work, or they just don't fuck with you like that. They don't believe in you like that. You know what I'm saying? So utilize those tools to identify those individuals. Then that way, when this advice comes, you will be able to brush it off more easily. Or you can put yourself in a position where you're not even getting this advice due to now you're more wise because you've implemented some of these tools and you've gone through the experiences to know, like, yeah, shit, what Schwetz was talking about, that's some real shit. That's what really be going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to test out the knowledge a little bit. You got to test out the wisdom a little bit. Otherwise, it's a fallacy. You actually got to go into life and implement some of these things. But yeah, once you realize, like, yeah, really be how it's going, you will probably get to the point where you already want to be more discreet anyways, due to you seeing who really fuck with you and who don't, and who's just around for the sake of being around at the moment, or who's just around for the sake of whatever name and title y'all have. You're my girlfriend. You've been my friend since I'm 12 years old. You my fucking mother, sister, brother, father. You know what I'm saying? Beyond all that shit, now you see who really fuck with you like that. So now you will be in a position where you want to be more discreet, and this will help you have more peace as well, because you're not going to be in a situation where you're being bogged down with a bunch of other people's thought forms towards what it is that you have going on. Because this is the thing too, like, I ain't human, and shit, I damn near could sit here and say I don't even make mistakes. Like, I don't even like hearing that shit. Oh, we all human, we all make mistakes. Like, no, number one, I'm not human. Number two, I don't make mistakes, so I can't even relate to that at all. You know what I'm saying? But for y'all who do make mistakes and shit like that, pay attention. When you're in a situation where you're not being careful and selective about who you're sharing your shit with and who you're letting know what you really have going on and shit like that, what's going to happen is, shit, my fault, y'all. What's going to happen is you're not being selective, so you're getting these people's thought forms all the time. You're getting these people's feedback all the time and shit like that. You're getting these people's advice like all the time and shit like that. So as time goes on, we might forget about what somebody has previously told us. And if that is now just a thought form that's lingering in our head beyond a memory, you don't even remember it as a memory. You just think that it's a thought that's yours or some shit like that. Now you're still going to be in a situation where you're acting on other people's advice, thinking that it was your own idea. And that's not even how you really wanted to approach the situation. That's just something you heard and forgot about, and it sounded good, it sounded sweet, so now you're implementing it and taking that advice still at the end of the day. And all this does is put us in more situations of needing more advice, put us in more situations of needing more help, put us in more situations of not having shit figured out for ourselves. And none of us want that. Like I said, even if the shit go bad, you will be more happy, you will be more satisfied to make the mistake yourself, even if it go bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too. How y'all define mistakes a lot of the time don't even really be mistakes. But you get what I'm saying? If it even if it appear bad, you know what I'm saying? You're still developing and you're still getting the essence that you need because you're not taking no shortcuts. You're not skipping steps. You're not trying to run away from your experiences and shit like that. You're not hiding. You're like, okay, I'm here. Like, I'm going to handle this. I'm going to take it on the chin. I'm going to handle this shit myself. And that's the space that all of us need to be in. We all need to be able to be independent like that and be able to think for ourselves. Because this is the bad thing about it too. Like, this shit play out in a multitude of ways. Just by programming yourself in that manner to need advice from other individuals all the time and constantly having to have guidance and shit like that, it plays out in a multitude of ways. This will strip everything from you that you think that you have. You get what I'm saying? Any type of opinion, any type of belief system, any type of firmness within you gets washed away. Because, like, for example, now you can just tell what these people be into by how they express themselves in certain manners and how they don't even have a level of conviction or passion or even seeming like they know what they're talking about. So, for example, when you go and look on these channels where people be like going to colleges and having political debates, right? Or people be out in cities and shit like that and be setting up little tents and be having people to come and interview random motherfuckers on the street and shit like that, right? So just pay attention to how a lot of these people be speaking and how they be expressing themselves. For example, a lot of people who will go up here and be interviewed on these shows or go to these debates or come to the microphone to ask a question or make a statement or whatever, a lot of the time they will have a particular belief in mind or a particular opinion in mind, but they won't say like, this is how I feel about it. They'll never come out and say, this is how I feel about it. They'll always play some like ring around the rosies type of tactics and be like, okay, so you're a Democrat. How do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? They'll never say how they feel about something. They'll never have no conviction. They'll ask a question like, how do you feel about something? What's your opinion on this? You know what I'm saying? That right there, go to prove you that's a bunch of sheltered individuals that people be coming across on the streets and shit like that who are into the political stuff. It'd be a lot of sheltered individuals who don't even, a lot of their belief systems and opinions are just based on the shit that their parents told them and or their grandparents told them and shit like that. A lot of people don't even have true opinions because that's how you can tell. When a person comes up and asks you a question immediately about what your opinion is on something, that's a number one sign to let you know whatever they already had a belief in mind, but whatever it is that they are claiming that they believe in, they don't actually have conviction with it. They aren't actually passionate about it. They don't actually believe in it like that. Otherwise, they wouldn't even give a fuck how you feel about it. They wouldn't give a fuck how you feel about it. They just come up here and be like, okay, this is the way that something is. What are we going to do to fix it? You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do to this or that? Because that's where a lot of these platforms, when it comes into political shit, be based on. A lot of this shit be based on you come to the microphone, you get to ask one question, then you go away type shit, right? So, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, a lot of people will ask what people's opinions are on certain things. That way they can kind of gauge what is acceptable. The moment that a large group of people start to seem like, oh, they ain't agreeing with this, they're not feeling this type of way, that's why they had never come out their mouth first and say, yeah, this how I feel about something. This how I feel about this certain topic, whatever it may be. They had never come outside the mouth and say that. They had just rather question how you feel about it. That way they can gauge the surroundings to be like, okay, what is acceptable in this environment. That way I can be a reptilian shapeshifter and change my mind and emotions up to fit into this space better. And if it is a person who have a little bit more strength or have a little bit more belief and conviction in what they're talking about, but they're still a sheltered individual who has taken a bunch of advice from a lot of people to get where they're at in life at the current moment, they'll come out and say that they feel a certain type of way about something, and ask for like more context or some shit, or say that they feel a way about something, or say that they identify in a certain way, and then ask this certain political figure, what are you going to do to cater to these individuals? Or what are you going, you know what I'm saying? But pay attention. If you're a person who really has conviction and has passion into whatever you're into, you can already tell these motherfuckers flunkies anyways. The moment they start coming outside their mouth and saying some shit, you already like, yeah, like, man, you don't even really fucking believe in that shit like that. So yeah, that if they act like they believe in it like that, what you'll see happen is they'll start speaking about it, and if they don't get the response that they wanted, or they start to notice like everyone in the crowd is laughing at them for believing that type of way or thinking that type of way or some shit, you'll start to see them get extremely insecure, or you'll see them start to shut down and not have anything to necessarily say back. Even if this political figure asks them a direct question back to them, they can't even come up with no words to say back to a motherfucker. Because now they don't believe in it. Otherwise, they'd be able to freestyle shit just like I come on here and do, and go for fucking hours at a time. Be any question you have to them, any debate topic that you have to them, any type of going against that belief system that you have against them is going to be some shit that they're automatically going to have a response to, or they're automatically not going to give a fuck about it. And you can tell that they don't give a fuck about it. When you be watching other individuals, what you're seeing is a person get insecure and shut down because nobody else is thinking how they thinking. They thought, oh shit, I've got this group of friends who think this way and they support me and they embrace me and they give me all this good advice and da 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 da. Now let's try to bring that out into the world. Now they get the cold shoulder instead of some support and some comfort and shit like that. And now they're insecure because they're like, oh man, I thought more people of the world viewed this way. I thought I'd be able to get more support out of this. I think that dude was just telling me that my fucking tailpipe is smoking on my truck. To start this bitch up for a minute to get my fucking alternator kicking back in and charging my battery up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a very distinct difference between a person who is actually passionate and convicted about something and believe in something than a person who is just acting on whatever has worked for them in their small space and location and their small town and city and friend group and shit like that. But the moment that you bring it out into the world, you see you don't even really believe in that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even really believe in that shit like that. That's how we know. So seeing a person like that is always going to be a person who's suffering. No matter how much money they have in the bank, no matter what career they've gravitated, no matter what job title they may have, these are the people who are still always going to be suffering. Even if at the end of the day, when they're sitting back on their own time and they think that they're successful in life in some type of way, there's still something missing. They're always going to have that lacking. They're always going to have that missing something within themselves and needing to fill it with whatever they can. That's why you'll see a lot of people who are like this, especially a lot of people in college, they just be doing whatever all the time, you know, and filling that void with whatever they can, whatever new friend that they can get, whatever new situation that they can get, whatever new boyfriend that they can get, whatever amount of drugs and alcohol that they can take. That this is how you know. This is how you know that we can identify this shit easily. If y'all would just get on to tip the right type of way, like the world would be so much easier because we would be able to identify everything. And that's not necessarily what we need to be doing as far as constructing words and terminologies and putting names and titles onto everybody all the time. But we can at least separate what's real and what's fake. and we can at least be able to separate ourselves from the societal tactics. Like it's really not that complicated. That's why I be trying to come on here and break it down for y'all in the most simplest ways. And for myself too. Like, don't get it fucked up. I don't do this shit strictly for y'all. This is mostly the main reason why I started making content anyway, is because this is going to be a video documentary of my life. I'm cataloging my experiences and what I go through and shit like that, and the wisdom and awareness that I gain from it and shit like that. A lot of these videos, I come back to them and listen to them. You know what I'm saying? I be getting utilized as a vessel by all possibilities to bring this message to y'all. But at the same time, this shit be for me a lot of the time too. I be warning my own self about shit to look out for based on what I've been through and shit like that. So it's not complicated. Like, now don't get me wrong. It gets harder before it gets easier. But it's not difficult. Like, the shit that I'm on is not difficult, and y'all be acting like you don't understand it all the time. Like, especially people in my like day to day and shit like that, always being misunderstood in some type of way. Even when it comes into people interpreting even just the words and terms that I use and shit like that, and how I construct my sentences and my linguistics and shit like that. Like, I'm used to that shit. Like, y'all just got to get on the YouTube channel, bro. That's all. Y'all just got to get on the YouTube channel, because I'm not wasting my time explaining this shit to y'all directly, individually, person to person anymore. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of explaining it directly, person to person. I'm tired of it. I ain't even about to show y'all how I really feel no more, for real. Like, I'm not. I'm done with that shit. I ain't even showing. Like, when I first started coming online, I told y'all I play my card. I play my hand that I was dealt in life. I play with transparent cards, so you can always see my cards. You always know what I'm up to. I'm not on that no more. Everything is discreet. I'm not showing nobody shit no more. I'm not showing nobody how I think. I'm not showing nobody how I feel about things. I'm not being vulnerable with. Nah, bro, that shit dead as fuck. I'm completely done with that. All my cars are blacked out on the backside. Every single one of my cars are blacked out on the backside. Everything is in the fucking 8th house and below, bitch. Everything is in the 8th house and below. The only time y'all even gonna see me no more is when I'm on the fucking internet. That's the only time y'all even gonna get the privilege to see me. And then you better be praising or something. Not that I need praise or even want or crave that shit, but y'all better be praising or something, bitch. Like, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with y'all, because I've done ignored intuitions. I've done ignored inhibitions. I've done ignored instincts for y'all punk ass humans. Natural, native, indigenous instincts for y'all punk ass humans. So y'all ain't about to know shit. My next steps will never be charted. My next steps will never be noticed until I'm there and I pop out on y'all motherfuckers. Probably driving through the town of Marion with a fucking briefcase with a fucking $1 million in it, throwing it on the streets for no reason. Letting every fucking tweaker and every crippled person I pass by pick up bands. That's the only next time y'all gonna see me pop out. I ain't got no friends. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't got no homeboys. I don't got nobody. You want to know why? Because y'all ain't got me. Y'all ain't never had me. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck what you claim. I don't give a fuck what memories we got together. Y'all ain't never had me, and y'all know y'all ain't never had me. But I've had everybody my whole fucking life. I've had everybody. But ain't nobody ever had me. The only person who's ever had me is me. Everyone always try to push me away, put me in a different type of circumstance, distance me from them in some type of way. make me be the burden and the issue and the problem and the this and that and this and that. Make me go somewhere else that I don't necessarily want to go. That's dead. I don't fuck with y'all. Let's keep it real. I can't fuck with y'all. All y'all do is hurt motherfuckers. That's all y'all do. All y'all do is hurt motherfuckers and bring more pain. We tired of that shit. That ain't what we on. I'm gonna stick to my stuff so I can stay happy, bitch. But yeah, anyways, I just taught y'all everything y'all need to know about fucking respecting individuals, about taking advice from people, about respecting yourself and having more peace with what you're dealing with. Whatever it may be. If you about to go to prison for 30 years, if you about to get yourself in a new job position, no matter how it plays out, understand you can have more peace by taking your own advice. You can have more peace by being your own leader, by solving your own issues. And that's the only way you're going to get it. The more you program yourself to need somebody else, the more unhappy you're going to be. Because the more and more they going to do shit how you wouldn't do it. That y'all know this. For example, all right, y'all women, you tell your man to go do the dishes, right? Or you tell your man to go, let's just use the dishes example for now. You tell your boyfriend to go clean the kitchen, right? All of a sudden, you walk around the corner and this motherfucker ain't wiping the counters down how you would wipe them down. This motherfucker not doing the dishes how you would do the dishes. This motherfucker not cleaning the oven necessarily how you would clean the oven. So boom, now you get frustrated and you get angry and you like, fuck it, just go sit on the couch or something. Fuck it, I'll do it. Move out the way. Boom. That's just another example to show y'all right there. Nobody can do shit how you do shit. The only way you're going to be happy is doing shit how you do shit. That's the only way. But we out of here. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.